and what's happening with it. So without further ado, I will turn this over to Jeff Walczak. As always, if you have any questions, please put them in the chat or the Q&A so we can get to those and cover them with the whole group. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Ken. And as always, we need to let you know, first of all, welcome, but thank you for spending time with us today. And eTruckBiz is not endorsed, sponsored, or anything else by FedEx Corporation. So like last week, we want to once again make the huge special announcement for those of you or anyone looking for an alternative to being forced to move over to GroundCloud. Of course, we have a better alternative. So not only is there eTruckBiz, but you can now get no upfront AI Veeder camera costs when you go over to Motive, which is a much better product than anything I've ever seen from any of the other folks. And also now, if you want to get your train the trainer or your safety certification done, or you've got somebody that wants, you got somebody that wanted you want to put through the program, you can get eTruckBiz customers can get a no initial course fee for the Train the Trainer program from Impact Solutions. Okay, is that a pretty good deal there, Ken?
That's an excellent deal.
Good. Also, Becca has something else for us.
Are you a FedEx service provider looking to maximize your profitability and streamline your operations? If so, we'd like to help you unlock the full potential of your FedEx operation with a complimentary business performance and optimization review. Now, what this will include is an evaluation that's going to provide you with a critical roadmap. So first area that we would like to focus on is a SWOT analysis, going over the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats of your business. From there, we would create a standard budget. This is a precise budget based on your FedEx settlement engineered standards. And then from there, we would go through the expense plan with you, which is a strategic expense plan tailored to your FedEx contracts. So during this session, if you book one with us, we will go over all three of these areas, and it's a very good exercise to get you thinking about where you need to go, what needs to be changing, and create that roadmap. But a roadmap is only valuable if you have the vehicle to navigate it successfully. So this is where the business support system comes into play. So we have three different programs. We have BudgetIQ, which is the financial planning and tracking portion. We have PerformanceIQ, focusing on all of the operational monitoring and guidance. And then we have AdminIQ to eliminate all of your non-revenue producing tasks. And in all of these programs, that is included with our Boss, Optics app, Line Drive app, P&D Driver app, all of the software that we have. So you get this whole bundle that we can help you create this roadmap. We have the tools that you need to go ahead and get this going. And if you would like to schedule a session with me, then you could go right here. Becca at eTruckBiz is my email. Feel free to send me an email. There's a website right there. You can make an appointment with me directly on my calendar. But if you have any questions just in general about any of that, the best way to get a hold of me is via email, Becca at eTruckBiz.com.
Thank you very much, Becca. And we know that a lot of you that are on here right now, or will view this video later, have already gone through some of that. So if you want, we can get you in touch with those folks. It's current BSS subscribers or clients, and then they can let them tell you how they're doing. Most of them are doing fantastic. All right. Now, as we always do, we take a look at the volume, and usually it's not that big of a deal. Yes and no sometimes, but during peak it's a big deal. But something is going on here right now. So if we look at the pickup volume from last week, the stops at least stayed steady Eddie, and the pickup packages came down a little bit, but they were still above the trend line. But look at that. The delivery volume If you look at last year at this time, it's pretty steady, and it was steady under the trend line. But now, holy smokes. I guess I don't need to tell you guys that are on here right now, you're busy. And it appears might be the reasons why. But Ken, did you talk to anybody recently?
Yeah, I talked to a hub manager, cannot reveal my source, but the names of the innocent will be protected. But he says the volume has been strong. It was very strong last week, dropped off just a little bit on Tuesday and Wednesday, allowed everybody to catch up, and then welcome back to reality. It has stayed strong Thursday, Friday, and then the pickup volume over the weekend was extremely strong and is projected to stay that way for the near future. And the other thing is, none of this is supposedly the new Amazon volume.
And this is just so out of character. The volume being this strong in the middle of July. We've been in this business a long time, Ken. Some
40
of us,
years, but who's showing their age? But
anybody's counting. I can't remember not only the volume being like this, but let's look at some of the, first of all, let's go to the productivity. Routes hung in there, but so is productivity. That's pretty good, right?
pushing pretty close to 102 again. That's really good. I think we hit 103 as our max the previous week, but 102 is pretty solid.
Anything above the trend line, we'll take it, right? That's good.
Absolutely.
All right, there's some news out there. So, first of all, this is something that's never happened before. UPS launches voluntary separation program. What? The voluntary separation program. What?
Sunsetting a Teamster today. Wow.
So there's a little bit of background. Meanwhile, on the 18th, under the largest network reconfiguration to date, UPS launched a voluntary separation program for its full-time employees. Under this program, eligible drivers will earn $1,800 per year of service. In addition to their earned retirement benefits like insurance and health, the employees will earn a maximum payout of 10 or a minimum payout of 10,000. What happened the last time this happened?
Let me see. I don't think it ever happened.
That's right. This has never happened before. So they were talking about it a couple weeks ago. We mentioned it, but there it is. They're doing it. Now the Teamsters say it's an illegal program, which is a whole nother thing. But why would they do something like that? Well, there's something else going on here that's in the years I've been around, at least, and maybe those of you on here, somebody's been around longer, could be FedEx and UPS cease parcel discounts to business customers. There's all kinds of other things going on here, but legacy parcel carriers FedEx and UPS have begun to discontinue commercial discounts. I can't believe I just said that. Previously offered in response to increased market competition, prioritizing instead high yield shipments and profitability to better meet Wall Street expectations. There's something there. Here's something interesting that's floating around out there. Did UPS cut Amazon's discounts off too?
I'm not sure about that, but they didn't want to haul that stuff anymore.
I was just going to say, UPS told them no thanks for the big stuff. And it seems like that's all that's coming through right now, but there's plenty of other volume as well. So we were talking this morning, and some folks said it's, what do they call that? Amazon Prime Week in July. I'm sure that helped, but I don't know. It's a pretty big move. Is Amazon adding additional volume to the large package deal? That's the hot rumor out there. That was rumored back when it happened, but guess what else about the large package deal?
I can't guess yet.
Yes, you can. You're the one that told me it hadn't started yet.
Yeah, it actually was delayed 2 weeks. So we're being told that this volume has nothing to do with that. And I'm sure that's why it was delayed 2 weeks. But now you have to wonder, where is Amazon? How are they shipping those large packages?
Or maybe anything else for that matter.
But just to go back to that, take not offering discounts on the side, the business to business side, is something that hasn't happened since 1985 when some small carrier called RPS entered the marketplace. Before that, it cost grandma the same to ship a box of cookies to the grandson at college as it did for Gojo Industries to send a box of Purell to the store. So that's how historic that move is, by trying to restructure those discounts or not offering them anymore.
So there's pretty much no question about it. Something, whatever the something is going on. Right? So the next question is, how am I supposed to plan for my operation? What am I supposed to do? Hey, right now, unfortunately, we think you ought to brace for both things that happen. There, if the Amazon thing really hasn't started, which I don't know, then guess what? The volume's going to go up from here, and guess what's not too far from here?
Peak.
That's right, peak. And then out something definitive, but so far, unless you guys that are on here, maybe you've been told, what is the terminal or what's FedEx been saying about this? That's right, nothing as far as we know, except for yesterday. I think they said, "Hey, watch out, here comes some volume." But why in the middle of July? Oh, and does this have anything to do with some oddities, we'll call them, that have been happening in the contract renegotiation space? I don't know. Might have something to do with it, may have nothing to do with it. But I think if Carrie wants to say something here or not, maybe it might be a good time to see if you can get you a renegotiation. Might be some good things happening there.
FedEx has been a lot more receptive to contractors that put in for renegotiation. And my thought is maybe they're understanding or realizing that some of these contracts are upside down, or to say the least, the contractors are failing or not being able to get this. So I think now is a good time if you can submit your unique characteristics, if you can stand behind your reasons why you need a renegotiation, you submit your financial data to them, then there's a pretty darn good chance that you will be granted a renegotiation. And we can help you with that.
There you go. If you need some help, that's the lady. She's the negotiation lady. She can help you. Point is, I don't know if there's enough to say it's a trend, but there's been some weird things happening there. Okay. And now let's go to the package route GroundCloud issue. As we've talked about a lot of service providers looking for a viable alternative to jumping whole hog into GroundCloud. A lot of folks are upset about the whole situation, right? Service providers are feeling frustrated and concerned about being forced to migrate over to GroundCloud. The new system comes with higher costs, more complexity, and less flexibility compared to their previous solution, which was PackageRoute. So some of the folks are asking now, do I have to buy a bunch of tablets, new tablets?
You got it.
What's that, Ken?
Third time was a charm. You got it.
I don't know. I'll get it. Whoops. I get it one of these days.
We're just not going to ask you to say spatula.
I can't do that either. You know what else? The question, so another question, Ken, trying to get me off my game, aren't you? Some people want to know, hey, what happens when Descartes sells to somebody? Oh, they're too big to get sold. There's no way they're going to get. You think so? You think so? If somebody flashes some money in front of them, who knows? So, what are you going to do about all this? Some folks have already gotten out in front, and that's what we're going to try to talk about today. eRoute, which is part of the larger business management platform, is the alternative that eTruckBiz has that we discussed last week. To those of you that are new, it offers an affordable, transparent pricing structure with no hidden fees, saving you money compared to other solutions. So we did some research on a few things a while back and recently, and just so you know, I think you ought to look at your GroundCloud and/or PackageRoute bills. You'd be surprised that those guys are charging you for routes that you build but never use. Is Bob on here? Bob? Bob?
Yes, I am.
Did we ever see that before?
Yes, we did. If you didn't turn it off, go in and physically turn it off and say you're not using that work area, you're going to get charged, or you got charged.
But it was only $20 a truck a month. So
Yeah, only.
it's cheap. It's the least expensive option. It's not when they charge you for extra routes that you don't even use. Anyway, each eRoute has an intuitive, and you're able to get your team up and running quickly. We have a dedicated onshore customer service team available when you need them, not just when it's convenient for us. And eTruckBiz provides everything you need for your fleet, your operation, and is a little less complex than other platforms out there. So like I just said, we know we have the needed functionality because for the most part, we came up with most of it in the first place. Let's get to the part here. And it's trusted by folks. That's right. Okay. So we've been getting a lot of questions from service providers about the upcoming migration to GroundCloud. So we want to take some of the time this week to actually provide demos to address those questions. So what we're going to do Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of this week, if you want, at 1 o'clock Eastern, noon Central, and so forth, we're going to do a open live demo of the eRoute or the eTruckBiz platform, but specifically eRoute. This will give everybody the chance to see the current eRoute functionality and how it can serve as an alternative to migrating to GroundCloud. We've also set up a new web page. Now, I know it's a long address there, but you can get to that page either by writing that down or screenshotting it, whatever you want to do. Go to that page, or you can get it through, we just published a brand new blog post and put a whole bunch of questions and answers on that blog post. So what we're going to do here in a second is try to go through some of the most common questions, but there's other questions and answers on that blog post. So it's just really interesting that there's a lot of you out there taking the time to ask questions. How does it work? What's going on? Some folks are saying, I didn't even know about eTruckBiz. Everybody's going to know. That's for sure. So let's try to take a couple of these questions and go through them. So one of them is, why should I consider switching from PackageRoute, GroundCloud to eTruckBiz? First of all, stable pricing that remains steady no matter how many dispatches you're being charged for. So no plan, and plus we don't have any planned pricing increases on the horizon because people have asked us that too. Are you guys just going to raise your price just like GroundCloud's gonna? Not necessarily. We'll see what they do, but there's no plans to do that. If service providers want, there are many functions that the software and app package can handle for you. Come to our demos. I already said that. And then when you're ready, you can step up to the business support system, which is a complete platform that handles your financial, operational, and administrative functions. for you so you can make your business realize its full potential. Okay. How does eTruckBiz compare to PackageRoute? Many people are telling us that when we do the eRoute demos, that the functionality they see is very similar to what they relied on with PackageRoute. eTruckBiz has all the functionality that PackageRoute has and more to deliver superior value to our clients. Okay. Is eTruckBiz specifically designed for FedEx ground contractors? FedEx contractors have a unique set of operational needs and complexities that require specialized tools versus what is needed in the rest of the industry. Those of you that have been doing other things, you know that, okay, that's great. There's boxes on the truck and you take them to the front door, but there's a special way that it happens in the FedEx world. eTruckBiz was built from the ground up with these special needs in mind, including optimization for Network 2.0, which is a big deal, and tailored support for FedEx-related compliance, payroll, and performance metrics. Does eTruckBiz offer the same level of safety and compliance features that GroundCloud does? Our goal is to ensure that you meet all necessary regulations and improve safety outcomes similar to GroundCloud, but within a unified business management framework. eTruckBiz is partnered with Motive to offer you Veeder functionality, and eTruckBiz is also partnered with Impact Solutions to further expand our focus on safety for you. Together, the combined safety program, Veeder program, and eTruckBiz is something that can't be beat, folks. It's a big deal. So that's just a few of the questions. Like I said, go to the blog. There's a whole bunch of questions there. You can go to this page here, get some of the questions answered for you, and you can also call us if you want to. Just call us and we'll answer whatever you want to see. Ken, I don't know, but let's see if there's any questions.
I don't see any questions right now. Just to reiterate, this volume is challenging, but it's something you should be encouraged. In transportation, July traditionally is probably one of the least profitable months of the year. So take advantage of that. Might give you some lead time into training some new drivers to get ready for peak. And then a little bit later, if it lightens up, then you can allow some experienced people some time off and get them refreshed prior to peak. So take advantage of it, both financially and for training purposes. Revisit your training program. Make sure that your BCs understand the methods. Make sure that you're utilizing the dynamic anchors to spread this volume out, because the easiest thing for a BC to do is just take those big packages and add another large package route, and then all of a sudden your stops per dispatch go down the drain and you don't make any more money. Utilize, said, the dynamic anchors. Make sure your drivers are delivering in the order that the truck is loaded, so they don't have to walk back to section 7000 and step over 50 incompatibles, because they won't do it. They'll leave those, and then voila, you've got another unprofitable large package route, or my favorite, cleanup route. So just revisit your operation right now. Is it stressed due to the size of these packages and the sheer volume? Yes, it is. Is the FedEx network stressed due to the size of these packages and to the volume? Yes, it is. Like I said, it's time to make some money, time to revisit your training, time to utilize dynamic anchors to spread these big packages out, and then to revisit the methods or the order that your drivers are delivering the trucks so you can maximize the cube on the trucks that you have available. That's all I have. Still no questions. We will be back here next Tuesday. Hope we get a little more clarification on where is the package coming from, because the packages, they are there. And if this is not new Amazon volume, where's it coming from? Well, hopefully we'll see if the volume has stayed at this levels or if it drops off a little bit on Tuesday and Wednesday like it did last week. if we don't talk to you before then, please have a safe and profitable week, and we'll talk to you next Tuesday. Goodbye.